So this is A. What is it? So this is A. Then we know this is A bar. I will put A dash. Right? This is B dash. So what you have is O operator. O operator means A dash. What is the equation we get? Can you tell me what is the equation for the given circuit? Yes, Amasha. For this one. උත්තර දෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ කවුරුත් මට. දැන් මේක අපි දන්නවා. ඔව් මෙතනින් එනවා A bar කියලා. මෙතන එනවා B bar කියලා. So if you are getting A bar, B bar, this is O gate. So this is A bar plus B bar. Isn't it? So for this one, what is happening? We have AB, then this is A dot B bar. So this is A dot B bar, isn't it? Yes. Then what do you get here? So here we have A dot B bar. And here what we have is A dot B bar plus B, isn't it? So this is, so in this case, we have A plus B. Here also we have A plus B. So we have A plus B dot A plus B bar. So basically, simply, this is A dot A meaning A. So that means A plus B bar. So here we have AB, right? So that means A plus B bar. So that's why we have. So one thing we know, we have two answers are the same, which means these two are not the same, right? You can check. So if you put values like A, B, right? A bar, B bar, and if you have A bar plus B bar, this is what we are trying to show. So we have 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. A bar is 1, 1, 0, 0. B bar is 1, 0, 1, 0. So what is A bar plus B bar? So this is 1, this is 1, this is 1, and then we have a 0. So the question asks you, how do you get this? Right now, let's start with this one. Here we have A dot B bar. A dot B bar means 1, right? 0 dot 0 bar. Here 0 dot 1, again 0 bar. 1 comma 0, 0 bar. 1 comma 1 is 1, 6 bar. So we can see that these two are the same. So the answer should be this one. Okay, so let's see how Amasha's one. Let me check. We were discussing 2017, paper 1. We were trying to see how the participants answers. So we had some responses. So let's see. Already I got responses from, yes, Amasha also done it. So we can check the individual. Okay. So this is, yes, Amasha. So in Amasha's, okay, this is also wrong. I think Amasha, you can, Amasha and Achira, make sure that you are not going to make the mistake again, right? You should be able to work it on. What we did, we got the equations, Boolean expressions, and then we apply a truth table, right? Remember this. Binu, you have not submitted this paper, 2017 English paper, first part. Yes, Binu. Binu, can you hear me? Right. Okay. So let's move on. So this is correct. Question number 9. Everyone's it's correct. So we don't want to discuss. 10. Again, correct. 11. Okay, 11, there's a mistake. So let's start. Okay, right. Now, let's start with this one. Logging into a computer using stolen user ID and password of another person. Ethical issues. Yes, it's an ethical issue if you are stolen from someone. Binu May 2017 ඔගොල්ලෝ සබ්මිට් කරේ 2018 අපි දුන්නේ නේද? මේක ඊට කලින් සති. right මම ඒක බලලා link එක එවන්නම් පුතේ එහෙමනොත් කරලා submit කරන්න. right. එහෙම නැත්නම් මේ discuss කරන එක අපි තේරුමක් නැහැ ඒකයි. right. Okay, second one, downloading and installing a free and open source software without paying a license. Right? Is it ethical? Right? Free and open source software. So in free and open source software, you can do whatever you want, right? You don't need to pay actually. So B is not correct. C, the manager of an online shop selling a list of email addresses of his customers to make a marketing company without the consent of the customer. So this is likely what is happening right now these days. So that is unethical. So answers are A and C. Okay. So let's move on to question number 12. Okay, that was the easy one. Right, and then 13. 13. Okay, we need to discuss 13 as well. Consider the following statements regarding tasks carried out on a spreadsheet file in a folder by a right-handed user. Place the mouse pointer on the file and single click the right button of the mouse. Right? place a mouse pointer on a file and simply click the right button. When you use right button, usually you have a context menu, right? Extra menu, you will get it. Right? But it's nothing to do with opening a spreadsheet file. Right, place the mouse pointer on the file and double click the right button of the mouse. Place the mouse pointer on the file and double click on the right mouse of the button. Again, nothing will happen. C, place the mouse pointer on the file, double click on the left button of the mouse button. So that is the correct answer. Right, let's move on to question number 14. Everybody is correct. Question number 15. Yes, correct. Question number 16. Yeah, that's good. Then move on to class 17. Okay, there are some mistakes. So let's look at it. Now it says, ask what will happen if you have sum, right? A2 to A5, right? Divide by count A2 to A5. What is A2? So this is A2, A5. So that means this part. So we have to consider this part. Now what is it ask? It's a sum divided by the count. So what is the sum of the numbers? We have 1, 5, 6, 2, 8. Total is 8. 2, 2, 2, 2. 8, 108, right? So we are getting 108 if I'm correct. Right, okay. So we have A2 to A5, then we have count A2 to A5. Count gives you the number of data points. So that means you have to divide. We have to divide this by the count. Count is 4, right? So if you divide by 4, 10 divided by 4, that is 2, 28 by 4. Sum A2 to A5. So that is 5, 7, and 8. Okay, I made a mistake here, right? So when I calculate addition, I made a mistake. So right now what we have is 5, 2, 9, 1, 10. 7, 8, 7, 8. 7, 8. So this is 8. That's all. Then we have 2, 2, 2. Okay, so it should be 88. So this, what we getting is 88 divided by the count, number of cells, that is 4, that is 22. Right? Not that difficult except calculating home. Right? And then you divide with the count. Okay, so let's move to the next one then. So 17 is okay. 18, question number 18. Right, okay. Now, in this one, it says the animation effects can be applied to multiple objects on a given slide. When you're using presentation software, animation can be multiple objects. Can you? Yes, we can. Right, A is correct. The slide transition can be applied to the whole slide only. Right. Then the slide transition can apply to the whole slide only. No, it's not like that. The slide transition effect appears, the slide changes from one to the next during the slideshow view, right? So in that case, okay, the mistake I made is I said B is not true, right? The animation effects can be applied to multiple objects in a given slide. So that is possible. A is correct, right? So we can say, okay, A is correct. So let me, right, A is correct. Then B, slide transition can be applied to the whole slide. Okay, I think it's true, right? Because the mistake I made, whole slide transition means you going from one slide to the other slide. It applies only the whole slide. So B is also correct. So that was my mistake. The third one, the slide transition effects appears when slide changes from one to the next during slideshow view. Right? So that is also correct. So A, B, C, all three should be correct. Right. So that's about the question number 18. Let's move on. 19. Everybody got the correct answer. Okay, except one. So let's look at it. So we have given 3 tables, right? And what was the question? So the question is not there, right? So I think based on the following, the question number 19 is missing, isn't it? Yes, can anyone confirm? Yeah, there's a mistake, I think. So that might be the problem. Right. Anyway, like some of you have got the correct answer. Maybe you may refer the papers, but in this case, there's an error in the question. So I have noted down and I will correct it. Right. Question number 20. So that's okay. 21. Okay. So that's there's an issue. So let's look at what the question is. Now it asks what would be an example for foreign key in the database. Now, when you talk about the foreign keys, first of all, Achira, can you tell me what is the primary key for the student table? Yes. What is the primary key for the student table? Right. Amasha, what is the primary key for the student table?
Student number.
Exactly. We have to have student number. So I will underline it to indicate that this is primary key. For a subject table, Binu, can you tell me what is the primary key? Subject table. Mudi? Yes, it should be subject code. This is the primary key. Okay. Any volunteer tell me what is the primary key for the marks table? Primary key for the marks table. Yes. Exactly. Pramodi said, yeah, subject code itself we cannot use because there are like duplicates. Student number itself you cannot use, there are duplicates. So when you combine both, it will create the primary key. So the primary key for this one, the marks table, right? Primary key for the marks table is, so both the subject code, both the subject code plus student number, both, right? Should be like this, isn't it? Right now, foreign keys. So when you talk about foreign keys, are there any foreign keys in the student table, Achira? How many foreign keys in the student table? Yes, Amasha, how many foreign keys in the student table? How many foreign keys? My question. Binu? No one, hurry up, hurry up. No one. Why? Now, what is the rule for, right? What are the, provisions that you need to have to be a foreign key? It should be common. Yes, this one is common with this table. Then this should be directed to, or this should be connected to the other table's primary key. So this is not the primary key, it's a part of it. So there's no foreign keys for this table. This is also the same. If you look at this one, subject code is common with this table. But then when you connect, you are not connecting the primary key, you are part of key. So no foreign keys here as well. So marks table, can you tell me like how many foreign keys are there? Achira, how many foreign keys are there in the marks table? Pramodi, Binu, I want everyone to answer. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Now we have completed 1 year back, right? So you should know. Okay. So let's start with subject code. If you take subject code, it's common with this one. And at the same time, this will connect to the subject table's primary key. Because of that, this is a foreign key. So the foreign keys, the first one, we have subject code. Then if you take student number, that is also connected with this one. And when you connect it, you are connecting to the root node. In this case, this. Because of that, yes, the second foreign key is student number. Right? Okay. So in that sense, the correct answer should be, yes, subject code in marks table. Right. So let's move to number 22. Yes, 22, everybody got the correct answer. Okay, 23, there's a mistake. 23. 23, okay, right. Consider the following statements related to database software. So this is about the database software. Right? A collection of fields related to one object is called a record. A collection of fields related to one object is called a record. Yes. What do you think? A collection of fields related to one object is called a record. Isn't it? This is true, right? Collection of fields, meaning if you have a collection of fields, let's say we have 4 fields, it's like this. And if you take one of them, it's actually record, meaning a row. And then when you take B, a collection of related table is called a database. Yes, we discussed this idea. Relational database management system, what we have is tables, and tables are related. So B is also correct. C, foreign key is one table is the primary key of another table. True, that also we know. So answer is all A, B, C. Right. Let's move to the question number 24. Okay, 24. There are some errors. Yeah. So let's look at it. So this is an algorithm, right? Flow chart is given to us. The question asks what values will be displayed if X and Y respectively, if the inputs are X10 and Y20. So it says already put some values. Now, what are the values? It says X says 10. Y says how much? Right? Y is 20. Now that means X is 10, Y is 20. We are checking whether X is less than Y. 10 is less than Y, yes. So you are going in this direction. Now what it says, Z equals Y. Now we are getting Z. It says Y, that means Z is 20. Then it says Y equal X. Y equal X, that means this becomes 10. Now it says X equals Z. X equals Z. So that means this becomes 20. Right? So what are the values for X and Y? So X is 20, Y is 10. So this one should be the answer. You got this? Those who have mistaken, make a note of this one. So what exactly happened with this? Right, okay. Let's move on to the next one. Question number 25. Right. So in this one, we have product is 1, number is 0, repeat, number equals number plus 1, product equals product into number until P, right? The label P to find the product of numbers from 1 to 10, okay, multiplication, right? So what we need to have here is multiplication. We want to have multiplication here. So that means 1 into 2 into 3 into likewise up to 10. So what happens? You start with the same product. You are going to say number is 0, repeat. So there's no condition, you directly go there. Number is 0 plus 1, it's 1 first. So product is 1 into 1, you will get 1. Right. So this is the place we want to find out what is the value. Now the next one, what happens? Number equals number plus 1, then number is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. So now product is 1, number is 2. Right? So you multiply 1 and 2 together. You go on like this. Right? So when you have a repeat until, we know that whenever the condition is false, it will repeat. So what we need to ask, so if you put this one, see what will happen. If you see number 0, you are checking whether number is greater than 10. No, right? So which means it will repeat. You go on like this. So for the first one, you will get 1, 2, 3, then 9 and 10. Right? So when you have a 10 here, right? So what will happen? You are checking whether 10 is greater than 10. Right? It says no, it will repeat one more time, which means it repeats 11 times. So to avoid that one, you have to have an equal sign. So that's why we should get this answer. Right. So that's question number 25. Then we have 26. Right. So which of the following pseudocode segment is equal to the logic of the program? Okay. Now let's look at what are the logics we have. Yes, we have this n equals 0. Right. So we can check it here. Right. So we will have n equals 0. Right. So normally it should have n equals 0. So if you take it, first n equals 0. Then we have n equals n plus 1. Right. Remember, this is a loop. And when no is, we are going to the top. So which means it should be a repeat. Right. So we can say, if I rewrite, this is n equals 0, this is repeat. And under that, we have n equals n plus 1. Right, this plane until, right, we say n is greater than 9. That's all. If you look at carefully whether we have something like this, you see we don't. Right, we don't have a 1. Repeat until, no. But here what will happen? Right? So to print 10, n, we know that it should be at least 10. Okay. So because of that, if you have, for example, when you have 9, you check whether 9 is greater than 9. No, you repeat. 9 plus 1, n is 10. It displays 10. Right? So when you have 10, it goes off. So basically, it will print numbers from 1 to 10. If the numbers is 1 to 10, if you look at carefully, you see that this is the correct answer. Right, so that's question number 26. So let's move on to the next one then. We have 27, 27, 27, 28, 28. Okay, 28, we have an issue. Right, consider the following pseudocode. If average is greater than 70, and if sports color true, then all round the word is true. Which of the following equivalent to the logic of the pseudocode? If average is greater than 70, right? Another effect. So you can end those two together. So basically we can say average is greater than 70 and sports color is this. Then you are going to say, okay, all round the word is true. Right. Let's move to the next question. If you take question number 29. In 29, it asks, it says about the school library, you reserve a book by filling a form. Library informs the user by sending a letter when the book is available. Sometimes the library informs the wrong users by mistake. The librarian is planning to introduce new information system to replace the current manual system. With the new system, a user can reserve a book online. The system sends an email to the user when the book is reserved, is available to borrow. The librarian suggested that both manual system and the new system to operate till they make sure that the new system works without any problem. Consider the following statement. The new system will improve efficiency of the reservation process. Definitely, when we have a new information system, yes, it will improve the efficiency, meaning the number of tasks you can do per day, per an hour will be increased. A new system will improve the accuracy of the, yes, definitely. When you go from manually to computer-based system, you can minimize the human errors. Third one, the new system will have a negative impact. Who cannot get access to the internet? That's true, right? Because right now also we are doing online, assuming that all the students has internet. No, at least you are privileged students, which means your parents can afford you. But majority nowadays becoming, this is difficult. So keep this in mind. Right. Question number 30. Which of the following is the proposed deployment approach for the above information system? Going from manual to, right, information system, okay, computer's information system. So you can try, right? But question, right? We have parallel one, phase one direct. What do you mean by direct? When you have new system, you discard the old, you can directly start with it. It's called direct. Then parallel means you are going to run both old and run. Then you are going to present it. Right. Third one is you are getting particular area of interest. Right. So the correct answer should be parallel. Okay. Question number 31. Okay, everybody got the correct answer. Question number 32. That is also the same. Question number 33. Right. Okay. So some mistakes. Right. So you have a giving email application. Question ask, if you send this email to Ajit, who the recipients that Ajit will see as having received this email? Okay. You know, when you are sending email, you know who has submitted the answer. Right? Right. You are sending to Ajit, and CC we have Risvi and Kumar, meaning it's visible to everyone, but Frank is not. Okay. So the answer is Ajit, Risvi, and Kumar. Right. Question number 34. Which of the following HTML can be used to provide substitute information for an image if the user cannot view the image due to slow internet connection? Simply image source we will have. Source means where the image is. Then href usually we will put it to link. ALT is what we are going to use. ALT, what it does, it's we call alternate. Whenever your image is not loading, then this value you provide in ALT is useful. Right. Make a note of this. Question number 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Yes, 40, there's a mistake. We have 40. Right, okay. Now let's look at which of the above examples safe e-waste proposal. Careless disposal of electronic waste into the environment, it's not safe, right? So A is incorrect anyway. B, handling over unusable computer, fluorescent light bulbs and the other equivalent devices to recycling centers. C, search or donate working electronic devices to others without discarding them. Right? So the correct answer is here should be B and C. Right. Now with that one, I have completed the discussion of answers for 2017 paper 1. We have not done 2016 paper 1 because Achira has not finished. So I want Achira to finish it. And then hopefully we can talk about the other things in coming sessions. Now, before we move on, I would like to know, we have completed 2016 part 2. Have we done 2017 part 2? Yes. Did I share this? So, first one, we have done up to this one. Right. Question number 1. I hope then everybody has the answers. Can you put the answers on the chat? Question 1, part A. Convert this one to octal. Yes. Send me the answer for this. You have already done, it seems. So don't spend time on that one. ඔයාලට මම හිතන්නේ මම කරන්න කියන්න ඇති. Yes, just look at the answer and type it in the chat. Yes, Pramodi, you said you have already done, no? Can you share the answer? Okay, thanks. How about the others? Binu? Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Yes, octal. So we have 1, 1, 1. Okay. Not easy here. Maybe I use the typing tool. Quickly, quickly. Don't take time. Yes, I got Binu, Pramodi. How about the other two, Amasha and Achira? Hurry up, hurry up. Right, we'll have 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Right, this is what I have. You have to make it bits of 3 groups, right? And the answer is so we know that when you want to represent octal number in binary, you need 3 digits. When you have 3 digits, it means, so this is 2 to the power 0, this is 2 to the power 1, this is 2 to the power 2. That means 4 to 1. So this is 4, this is 2, this is 1. Right? So if you start with here, this is 4 and 2. 4, 2 is 6. So this is 6. Then this is 4, 2, 1 means 4 plus 2 plus 1, that is 7. Then 0, 0, 1, this is 1. Right? And this is 4. And this is the correct answer. So 6, 7, 1, 4 in octal. So yeah, so now you know who gave me the correct answer and who gave me the wrong answer, which questioned me whether you have at least spent time on these questions. So these are easy ones. I think you should not make this mistake again, those who could not get the correct answer. Okay, let's move to the part B. I want everyone to send me the answer for the part B. Convert hexadecimal number to binary. Yes. So part B, we have 752. This is in hex to binary. We know one thing. We need 4 bits, isn't it? We need 4 bits to represent this number. Right now, we have 752. So when you have 4 bits, we know the values are 4, 2, 1, and this, the fourth one is 8. 8, 4, 2, 1. This is how it goes. So when you want to represent 7, Yes, 7. We know that there's no 8. Sorry. When you want to represent 7, yes. So that means it should be 0, 1, 1, 1. This is 0, 1, 1, 1. Right? This is 1, 1, 1. Then 5, that we know 0, 1, 0, 1. Then 2, we know it's 0, 0, 1, 0. So when you say 7, 5, 2, that means we have 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. Right? First 0 you can ignore. So my final answer is, yes, like this. Should be like this. Now remember that when you are answering, base has to be mentioned, otherwise you won't get marks. Now for example here, yes, you have to put that this is in octal. So you have to put 8 here. Otherwise, if you miss the base, you won't get marks. So here also the same. You have to put binary. You have to put 2 here. Right. The next one, part 2. Okay, what are the logic gates you need for A, P, and Q? What are the logic gates that you need for P and Q? Yes, Amasha, Achira. Now it says a flashlight with a motion light sensor is located, somewhere. a front door of a building, the light turns on automatically when it is dark and when someone approaches the door from outside. Yes, Achira, Amasha? Yes, Amasha gave me the answer. How about Achira? Right, let's discuss the answer. I think, there's no point there. Right, okay, so let's start. We have a flashlight with motion and light sensors is located outside the front door of a building. The light turns on automatically when it is dark, right? And when someone approaches the door from outside. So a motion sensor turns off to on when someone comes near the door. So it goes from 0 to 1. So that understood. When someone comes, the light sense is on when there's a light, and off when it is dusk. Right, now then there's an issue, right? What was the issue? Motion sensor works when it is 1. Light sense is 1 when it is light. But right now what we need to do is we want the sense is on when it is dark. So there are two conditions. The light should turn on when it is dark and someone approaches the door. So both should happen. So because of that reason, right? Here you have to have and. So here you have to have and here. It should be and, isn't it? Both. Motion is sensor. When it is 1, we want to work it. Right? Now, light sensor, when it is dark, you know that 0 to 0. But that when it is dark, we want to work, which means it should be 1 when you come here. Right? Changing 0 to 1 could be done with which gate? Not Q. So the answers are P is not gate, Q is AND gate. Okay. Now B, can you give me the answer for B? Yes. There will be an additional one added to the system. You will have O gate after Q, and we will have a switch. This, can you send me the answer, please? We see here, right? When so what has happened for the previous one, we have added the switch and an O gate additionally. Now it asks, when switch is on, flashlight will always be what? When switch is on, meaning 1, flashlight is on. What do you think? True or false? When switch is 1, this is an operation irrespective of what this side. It could be 0, it could be 1. This will be 1, isn't it? So that means this is correct. Right, this is okay. Now the second one, when switch is off, this circuit behaves as a circuit in figure 1. When the switch value is off, that means this is 0. Then what happens here? Now, since you have a 0, if this is 1, you will get 1. If this is 0, this will be 0. So that means if this is 0, it depends on the previous circuits. It depends on the previous. If this is 0, it's irrespective of the other side, it will be same as previous. So you will get, yeah, same answers. So, okay. It says behavior of a two circuits are identical. No, it's not. It's different. So the correct answer is 1, 2. Okay, I think this is enough. I think without working on it, there's no point.